Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Awangku Sharif bin Piran Haji Alidin, and my ID is 22B1102. And together with my friends, we are going to present about implementing Zakat programs in addressing poverty and income inequality for our module Islamic Economics, BE 2302. And our lecturer is Professor Madya Dr. Abdul Nasir bin Haji Abdul Rani and Dr. Kamaru Salam Yusof. This is our group members. Myself, 22B1102, Awangku Sharif Zuddin, 22B1104, Muhammad Abdul Hakim, 22B1109, Majdi, 22B1105, Abdul Hakim, 22B0831, Muhammad Fatah, 22B0905, Muhammad Aiman, 21B0802, Muhammad Amirul Alif Iqmal, and 22B0835. This is our table of contents, which consists of introduction, the concept of zakat, the role of zakat in poverty alleviation, implementing zakat programs, the impact of zakat programs, zakat and income equality, challenges and limitations, future directions and recommendations, and the conclusion.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am 22B1104, Muhammad Abdul Hakim bin Abdul Sulman, will be presenting introduction for our group. Zakat, a fundamental pillar of faith, or a fundamental pillar of Islam. Zakat is considered a fundamental pillar of Islam, expressing the belief of justice, mercy, and sharing. It is a crucial part of being a Muslim, as it is used to help people to get rid of their sins, form a strong community, and support the poor. This presentation will dive into the definition of zakat, its theological basis, and how it implemented in this modern society era. Origin and meaning of zakat. Zakat, based on the Arabic origin Zai Kafha or ZKA, which means purifications. It is a compulsory shares that financially stable Muslims are required to pay. Zakat literally means to cleanse. Through zakat, our wealth is purified, increased, and blessed. The Prophet ﷺ said, whoever pays the zakat on his wealth will have its evil removed from him, narrated by Ibn Khuzaimah and At-Tabari. The mu'min must fast during the Ramadan. And in addition to Shahada, Salat, and Haji, the obligation of zakat is explicitly outlined in the Quran, where the believers are commanded to give a portion of the wealth to those in need. Implementing zakat in modern era or today. Organizations like Islamic Relief Worldwide, IRW, exemplify zakat modern implementations. IRW, founded in 1984, operates globally, providing humanitarian aids irrespective of religious affiliations. Zakat funds facilitates diverse projects including emergency aids, healthcare, education, and microfinance. IRW's microfinance program, funded by Zakat, empowers destitute individuals to start businesses and break the poverty circle. IRW microfinance program also provide a loan to the people without any interest, so that the people can start their business without having to worry about paying interest. Zakat, catalyst for social justice. Zakat promotes social cohesion, reduces inequality, and enhances community welfare. IRW initiatives like Zakat-based microfinance program demonstrates Zakat's pivotal role in addressing poverty and inequality. It, it signifies a duty of stronger nations to aid poorer ones, fostering a sense of global community. And that is all for me. I will pass this floor to my colleague. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Muhammad Izan Firdaus, 22B0835, and I will be presenting about the definition of zakat and its significance. So, zakat is a fundamental pillar of Islam, often translated as almsgiving or charity. According to various dictionaries, zakat has similar but slightly different interpretations. Firstly, on the Merriam-Webster dictionary, zakat is an obligatory giving of a fixed portion of one's wealth to charity, generally to the poor and needy. Secondly, on the Oxford Dictionary, zakat is described as the third pillar of Islam, an obligatory act of charity or almsgiving. It involves giving a fixed portion of one's wealth to those in need. And lastly, on the Cambridge Dictionary, zakat is a form of giving in Islam which is based on the notion of purification and growth. It involves giving a specific percentage of one's wealth, typically 2.5%, to help those in need. Ultimately, they all describe the essence of zakat as a mandatory charitable obligation in Islam, involving the giving of a portion of one's wealth to support the less fortunate in society. And now, moving on to the significance of zakat. Firstly, zakat is a duty for all Muslims, emphasizing generosity and compassion. It is part of the five pillars of Islam, showing devotion to Allah. Fulfilling zakat isn't just an obligation, it's a way to demonstrate belief in Islam's value of charity and compassion. Secondly, zakat not only purifies wealth, but also enhances it, both materially and spiritually, cultivating generosity, enhancing character, and increasing wealth, as spending for Allah's sake brings abundant reward. Third, zakat is crucial for promoting social justice and economic equality by distributing wealth from the wealthy to the disadvantaged. This practice alleviates poverty, tackles socio-economic disparities, and ensures basic needs to all. Fourth, observing zakat is believed to bring spiritual rewards and blessings from Allah. Muslims see it as a way to seek forgiveness for past wrongs, increase their wealth through Allah's blessings, and draw closer to Him. By giving generously to charity, Muslims hope for Allah's mercy and blessings in return. And lastly, zakat tests Muslims' faith and obedience to Allah by urging them to prioritize spiritual duties over material desires. By willingly giving up wealth, they show their commitment to Islam and the importance of charity. It's a way for the wealthy to express gratitude to Allah by sharing their blessings. This all shows that zakat is important to Islam and can be considered as a part of Islam's core belief. Now I will be passing to the next presenter.
So, this is my part, which is about the historical perspective of zakat in addressing poverty. Historically, zakat served as a vital tool in combating poverty by offering a sustainable income source for the needy, encompassing widows, orphans, the elderly, and individuals in debt. Collection and distribution of zakat were organized through either Islamic State or community authorities, which is in Arabic term called amil, and they guarantee that resources were channeled to those most in need. And zakat transcended mere charity, functioning as a mechanism or as a tool to help social cohesion and solidarity within the Muslim community. Pretty much, the zakat will help inequality and will help the people that really need money for the Muslim community, so that everyone is balanced and everyone is helping each other. Next, during the Caliphate of Abu Bakr, the first successor of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, some tribes, such as the Arabic Bedouin tribes in the Arabia Peninsula, they refuse to pay zakat and they see it as a burdensome obligation despite its necessity to help the people in need. Second point is Abu Bakr recognized the fundamental role of zakat in restoring social order and fulfilling religious responsibilities, leading him to wage the wars against these tribes to assert authority. Okay, and then Prophet Muhammad's decision to uphold Sharia and distribute zakat to the poor highlights the central importance of zakat in Islamic governance and its non-negotiable status within Islam. Next is about the case studies or examples of successful zakat programs. Such examples or case study is called the Zakat Foundation of America, also known as ZFA. It is a global successful zakat program that operates globally. The ZFA implements a wide range of initiatives, including humanitarian aid, orphan sponsorship, microfinance projects, and sustainable development programs. The organization's comprehensive approach to poverty alleviation spans diverse communities worldwide. And it is not just for the Muslim communities, but also the non-Muslim communities. Okay, and it doesn't only focus on one group of people. Such example that we can see here is in the picture, these two pictures, which they help giving the resources for the people, for the children at school in African communities. The last 2 points, by effectively leveraging zakat funds, ZFA has made significant strides in addressing poverty. And ZFA is committed to transparency, accountability, and adherence to Islamic principles, reinforcing its effectiveness in promoting social welfare and economic empowerment. Next, the second example is called the Baitul which you can which can easily accessible, which is the website which you can donate there by ourselves. We can donate online. Okay, first point is Baitulma is an international charity organization focusing on zakat-based programs, specializing in emergency relief, healthcare, education, and sustainable development initiatives. Secondly, Baitulma provides essential support to vulnerable populations, including refugees, displaced persons, and impoverished communities in conflict-affected regions. Such example that we can see is in these two pictures, which they help a team medical aid to the Palestine. It is very recently. Okay. The next 2 points is by leveraging zakat, Baitulma responds swiftly to humanitarian crisis and invest in long-term solutions to poverty. And these case studies overall highlights how well structured and transparent charitable organizations such as ZFA and Baitulma effectively utilize zakat as a poverty reduction tool while upholding Islamic principles of social justice and compassion.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am 22B1105 Abdul Hamid Ali here to present implementing Zakat programs. Institutional framework for Zakat collection. Even though the amount of Islamic social finance, which includes Zakat, has increased dramatically, it has reached $2 trillion in 2015 and is expected to surpass $3 trillion by 2022. Inefficient Zakat collection and ineffective recipients disbursement have resulted from a lack of openness, trust, and timely public discourse. This might be the result of the Zakat administration ignoring the use of financial technology, particularly blockchain and artificial intelligence systems. To improve correct collection and efficient distribution system, timely and effective reporting to the public. To promote the welfare of Zakat recipients, this research suggests a novel framework called Islamic Social Welfare Financial Technology that evaluates the operational effectiveness of Zakat institutions, Zakat collecting, transparency, and efficient distribution. This paradigm turns them from being Zakat recipients to Zakat payers by dividing them into 6 different clusters based on their needs and priorities. This discusses the significant growth of Islamic social finance, particularly Zakat, but notes inefficiencies due to transparency and technological utilization. It proposes the Islamic social welfare financial technology framework, aiming to improve Zakat collection transparency and distribution through blockchain and AI, ultimately enhancing the welfare of Zakat recipients. Mechanism for identifying Zakat recipients. Determining who is eligible to get the zakat. The Quran lists 8 groups of individuals to whom zakat should be given: the impoverished, the needy, those who work to collect zakat, those who are reconciling their welfare and reconciling their hearts, those who are advancing to the cause of Allah, and wayfarers. Determining eligibility, which is the second one. An evaluation of the recipient's financial status is necessary to ascertain eligibility. This entails considering their cash and gold holdings, company shares, receivables from sales and loans, investments in valuable assets, and any outstanding debt that complies with Sharia and must be paid within the next 12 months. The third one, Zakat distribution policy. Companies that distribute Zakat ought to have well-defined policy that specifies recipients' categories, qualifying requirements, and distribution guidelines. Every year, this policy should be reviewed and revised as necessary. The fourth one, principles for Zakat distribution. Zakat ought to be disbursed unconditionally within a year of collecting and without requiring the provision of a service payment. Kind of distribution is permitted provided the value exceeds the zakat obligation. Challenges and solutions in zakat. The challenges we face is the first difficulty we have when receiving zakat is the Muslim community viewpoint of non-Muslim discrimination in the disbursement of zakat may result from this. Second, the influence of zakat on economic growth and poverty alleviation may be restricted by a lack of funding. Third, a deficiency in outreach proficiency make it more difficult to locate and connect with qualified beneficiaries. Fourth, public trust and efficient disbursement can be impacted by political and media forces. The solutions are as such. First, the administration and distribution of zakat can be enhanced by adopting standard operational procedure, SP, for zakat institutions. Second, the establishment of BAS UPZ, Badan Amil Zakat or unit pengumpul zakat, improve the zakat institutions' homogeneity and governance. The BAS UPZ is sort of like a company, a group of people that overviews the payers of zakat and the recipients of zakat and how do they work together to move the money that people gain from that people pay for zakat to those who are needy. Third, diversifying the zakat collection sources might raise the amount of money that is available for distribution. Fourth, implementing better technology processes Fifth, educating people about the zakat increase their understanding of the significance of zakat and how it should be distributed. That's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Majdi bin Haji Maidin, 22B1109, and I'm going to present about the impact of Zakat programs.
Evaluating the effectiveness of Zakat programs. Evaluating the effectiveness of Zakat programs involve assessing their impact on poverty alleviation and inequality reduction. The effectiveness of these programs can be measured through several criteria, including their ability to reduce poverty, promote economic growth, and enhance social equity. One of the primary goals of Zakat programs is to alleviate poverty and reduce inequalities. Studies have shown that Zakat can play a significant role in poverty alleviation by providing financial support to the poor and needy. By redistributing wealth, Zakat can help bridge the gap between the rich and the poor, thereby reducing income disparities and promoting social justice. Also, Zakat programs can contribute to economic growth by providing financial support to small businesses and entrepreneurs. Zakat can stimulate economic activity and create job opportunities. This, in turn, can lead to increased income and improved living standards for the recipients of Zakat. Assessing the socio-economic impact of Zakat on recipients. Zakat plays a crucial role in addressing socio-economic disparities and fostering inclusive growth within Muslim communities. One of the primary objectives of Zakat is poverty reduction, achieved through redistribution of wealth from the affluent to the disadvantaged. Empirical evidence from countries like Pakistan underscores its effectiveness in significantly elevating poverty levels. By providing financial support to those in need, Zakat promotes socio-economic justice and reduces inequality, thereby fostering a more equitable society. Moreover, Zakat contributes to economic growth by injecting funds into the economy, leading to increased consumption, investment, and government spending. And this leads to employment opportunities and enhancing overall productivity. Also, additionally, Zakat plays a pivotal role in reduction income inequality and wealth disparity by augmenting the income of the less fortunate. One of the success stories are through assessments, conduct comprehensive evaluations before distributing Zakat funds to identify deserving recipients. Sustainable solutions is to prioritize investing Zakat funds in education, vocational training, and entrepreneurship for long-term poverty alleviation. One of the best practices are to collaborate with local organizations, partner with local groups, and Zakat committees to ensure effective utilization of funds and understanding of local contexts. And lastly, to promote social justice, engage beneficiaries in planning and implementing Zakat-funded initiative to tailor wealth redistribution effort to community needs.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Muhammad Amir Alif Hikmah bin Besar with ID number 2B0802. And now I will talk about zakat and income inequality on the role of zakat in promoting income redistribution. Zakat redistribute wealth from the affluent to the disadvantaged, promoting social justice. Second, it fosters equitable resource allocation and aids the financially deficient. Third, zakat encourages economic development and self-sufficiency, particularly among low-income groups. Fourth, efficient wealth redistribution is facilitated through Islamic microfinance institution and community development initiative. And the last, in Islam, zakat promotes social responsibility, economic fairness, and a culture of giving, addressing structural issues effectively. Next, move to the addressing disparities to zakat initiative. First, zakat initiative leverages Islamic almsgiving principle to combat poverty and socioeconomic disparities among Muslims. Second, this program offers financial aid, healthcare, and education, and vocational training to underprivileged individuals, fostering self-sufficiency. Three, targeting specific categories outlined in Islamic teachings such as needy, debtors, and etc. Zakat initiative address immediate needs while promoting economic empowerment. Four, initiative support entrepreneurship through funding business and providing microloans, contributing to economic growth and opportunity creation. And the last, overall zakat programs serve as catalyst for community development, social solidarity, and income redistribution, enhancing social justice and reducing inequality within Muslim communities. Next, move to the impact of zakat on narrowing the wealth gap. First, the distribution of income. Zakat mandates saving excess wealth with the less fortunate, directly addressing wealth disparities. Second, empowerment of marginalized. Provides support for necessities and enabling recipients to improve financial standing and contribute to closing the wealth gap. Third, promoting of social cohesion ensures access to basic needs for all, reducing tension or reducing tension and fostering unity regardless of financial status. Four, for prevention of exploitation. Acts of safety net protecting the underprivileged from exploitation and preserving their rights and dignity. And the last, advocacy for economic equity and social justice. Embodies principle of fairness, compassion, and justice, contributing to a more inclusive society where everyone can thrive. So that's all for me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am 22B0905 Muhammad Iman B. Abdullah. I'm gonna present about the challenges and the limitation of the zakat. These are the challenges and the limitation. The obstacle on the effective zakat collection and distribution. Insufficient unqualified workers in zakat institutions, ineffective distribution, inadequate data records, and staffing shortfalls and geographical factors. Second reasons are the legal and the regulatory. First, the legal framework viability. Second, the definition and the calculation. Third, the enforcement and compliance. Fourth, the misuse and the mislocation. Five, the interpretation. Six, the current financial product. And seven, the cross-border transaction. And the last reasons is on the cultural and the social behavior. First, the economic conditions. Poverty and the economic disparity can have an impact on the zakat effectiveness. Second, the social stigma. Some people might have stigmatized and humiliated about receiving zakat, considering it as a charity rather than aid. Fourth, the corruption and the mismanagement. Trust damage by zakat collection and distribution procedures that lack accountability and transparency. And the last one is the cultural barrier. Cultural obstacles can often make it more difficult and eligible recipients.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Muhammad Fatah Yusruddin bin Sruddin, 22B0831. Today I'm going to present the future directions and recommendations. Strategies for enhancing zakat collection and distribution. First, centralization of zakat management. The zakat administration, when effectively managed, can significantly improve people's well-being and eradicate poverty, thereby reducing overlap between institutions and enhancing efficiency in collection and distribution processes. Secondly, improving Zakat education and awareness. Zakat education enhances public understanding of Zakat significance and payment methods, utilizing media promotions, presentations, and training sessions to improve collection. Last, implementing a transparent and accountable reporting system. Zakat management requires a transparent and responsible reporting system to ensure transparency and accountability. A centralized, open, and consistently audited system can help address the issue of numerous Amil institutions failing to disclose their Zakat funds. Next, policy recommendations for maximizing Zakat's impact. Strengthening the role of Zakat institutions. This study indicates that Zakat organizations need to be enhanced to increase Zakat's influence. Achieving this goal involves enhancing the governance and human resources of Zakat organizations, building trust with the public, and implementing Sharia audits and standard procedures for Zakat collection. Next, financial literacy and awareness programs. Zakat principles have a potential influence on sustainable development, as they promote financial literacy and understanding of their responsibilities. Collaboration with religious institutions and civil society organizations can further enhance this understanding. Lastly, potential areas for further research and development. Zakat research should incorporate behavioral economics, blockchain for transparency, and culturally tailored compliance strategies. UNDP and Basnas collaborate to use Zakat funds for Sustainable Development Goals, in short SDGs. Research could focus on Zakat's impact on poverty alleviation, sustainability, and social well-being. Also, Zakat can support eco-friendly ventures that enable energy and sustainable businesses. In conclusion, studying Zakat's effects on SDGs and environmental sustainability is crucial to maximize its benefits and address global issues.
As a conclusion, implementing Zakat programs presents a promising avenue for addressing income inequality and promoting social justice within Muslim communities and beyond. By harnessing the principles of wealth distribution, solidarity, and economic empowerment inherent in Zakat, these programs have the potential to alleviate poverty, narrow the gap between the affluent and disadvantaged, and foster inclusive development. However, successful implementation requires robust organizational frameworks, transparent governance, and effective utilizations of Zakat funds to ensure that resources reach those most in need. Moreover, collaboration between governments, civil society organizations, and religious institutions is essential to maximize the impact of Zakat in reducing income inequality and advancing sustainable socio-economic progress for all segments of society.